Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TRG Central. Today's episode is episode 8 of the 2022 Road to the Kentucky Derby pre-price. As we left off last time, we had just finished all of the prep races and we're ready to select the field for the two Kentucky Derby heat races and then we'll run the Kentucky Derby. So let's go over to the schedule, click on that, and you can see we have two heat races that we have to supply the entries for. So how we're going to do that? Well, our committee has already selected the horses. We just need to go over to the top 10. And as we have discussed before, the top 20 horses in points will get in. And as you see, Smuggler's Run missed the cut by 2 points. Even though he had a pretty good run, 4 races, 2 seconds and 2 thirds. Not bad at all. So, and also we mentioned in the last episode that all the odd numbered horses will be in heat 1 and all the even numbered horses will be in heat 2. And I think we're going to randomize the post positions for both of those races. And we're going to use the top 5 horses in each heat race to seed the 10 horse field in our Kentucky Derby. So let's get right down to the field. We can export the field. Okay, and then now we should be able to go over to and go to the PC. Oh, sorry about that. It's not actually there, it's on the C drive. Go to TRG. I think it would go in the game logs, and here we go. There's our top horses for the Kentucky Derby. So we can kind of click on it, and there we go. Now you can also view this inside the game. You can do the view reports into the file viewer, and the game logs is a relatively generic term for any text files that you have on your hard drive you can display. So we went to game logs, and this is sorted alphabetically, so you have to find the 2022 top, there we go, 2022K top horses by Kentucky Derby points. If you click on that, you can see the the text file from inside the game too. So, so we can just put this off to the side. See if we can get these lined up so we can fill out the schedule. So go back to the schedule, click on the road to the Kentucky Derby, and we can go ahead and add the field. Okay, so see if we can move that. Okay, so we'll start at the top and work our way down. Odd numbered horse positions will go into the heat race 1. So let's go with Zandon. And we'll use whatever jockey pops up here. And if any horse lower in the list has the same jockey, we'll switch that horse. whoever are the higher ones on the list will keep their jockey. So let's do horse 3, classic. Let's see, which one is it? Must be classic Causeway. I guess it might be a little easier just to use this since I can move it around. Don't worry about this thing. Now let's kind of X out. And we'll get rid of this. We'll go with this one. Of course, if you had a double screen, it would probably work out real well. So I just have a single. Let's go back to the scheduled and do this again. Okay, now Sandon is first horse that qualifies. Next one is Classic Causeway. So Sandon's at 88, Classic Causeway is 85. See, horse 5 is for Ben Kingdom. He's at 86. Okay, position 7 is White Albedeo. And of course, nobody said I'm an expert at pronunciation, so I just wing it. Okay, next one on the list. Go down to 9, Tis the Bomb. Will be in the first heat race. He's at 86. So everybody has their own jockey. Okay, after Tis the Bomb, we have New Grange. Put New Grange in. Again, we're still good with the jockeys. Go to the 11th and this Nostalgic. Nostalgic is a filly, so as you remember, we selectively added fillies throughout the prep races to see how well they would do against the boys, and Nostalgic did good enough to get into the Kentucky Derby. Okay, we have Nostalgic, then we Kathleen O. That's another filly that made the cut. Okay, horse. Next one is Ship Stational. And it looks like all the horses so far are going to have their normal jockeys. Let's see who's the next one after Ship Stational. And Euro Gurley. So that makes 3 of the fillies eligible for to get into one of the heat races. There might be some more. But anyway, let's go ahead and save this field. It looks like all the jockeys are different, so all the horses get their favorite jockey. We'll save it. Oh, there is one. Same jockey. Which one is it? Who's that? Oh, Ortiz. So that means Nostalgic is going to have to get a different jockey. So, go back over to Nostalgic, click on it, and now we can right-click on the card, and we can put Junior Alvarado there. He's only a 1. There's already a 4. We're not going to give her a 5. Let's see if there's a 3 available. And it's Kendrick Camucci. Kendrick. He's not anywhere, so let's slide him in as the jockey for Nostalgic. Now let's see if we're good to go. There we go. Got it saved. We can X out take a quick, whoops, I guess we wanted to lock it first, my bad, go back. Lock the field, take a quick look, and there's 10 of our top 20 ready to go in Heat 1. Let's go ahead and fill in Heat 2. Remember, Heat 2 is going to have all the even numbered horses in the list, so let's go ahead and get them prepped in. So next will be the first horse selected in Heat 2. Next is another filly. So that's 4 fillies out of the 8 that we had in the set. Made it to our Kentucky Derby heat races. The semifinals, I guess you could call them. Okay, and then Lozos. And the Doppelganger. Next will be Mo Dungle. Mo Dungle. After Mo, it's Great Escape. Great Escape. And that's very unusual. Great Escape is rated a 66 and somehow managed to, let's take a look at his statistics. Great Escape. One race, he won it. Made 360,000. When we do our past performances, we'll take a look at Great Escape and see how he managed to get into the top 20. That is a major accomplishment there. Okay, next up is Great Escape, Crown Prize. Crown Prize is one of the foreign horses that made the field. And we did run him how many times in our preparation? 2 times, and he won both races. So that's very comforting for the Euro type horses that come across the pond. Okay, so far he's actually the highest rated horse in the field. Let's go pick out horse 7 at the crown in Tawny Port. After Tawny Port, we have Summer is Tomorrow. That is the other foreign horse coming across the pond. Let's take a quick look and see this horse. He ran in 2 races, got a first and a third. So both of those horses were added to the prep races just to get them some action and see if they can get enough points to qualify. As you know, in real life, there's a European and a Japan crown, and a horse from the European circuit and the Japanese circuit are invited over to the real life Kentucky Derby. So we invited them to participate in our prep races, and they managed to pick up enough points to qualify for one of the heat races. Okay, so after Summer is Tomorrow, we're going with Life is Great. There's Life is Great. There's another horse that's probably going to be a long shot. He's rated a 68. Take a quick look at Life is Great. He ran 2 races, won 1 and came in 3rd himself, picked up $200,000. Not bad. Now, let's see, we have Life is Great is number 9. The last one to qualify is Rattle and Roll. Rattle and Roll. Here's Rattle and Roll, another horse with a very low rating of 68, and also managed to qualify. Let's see what he did. Rattle and roll. Where's Rattle and roll? He ran 3 races, came in 2nd and 3rd. He picked up $268,000 too. Okay, so I guess that's it. We have our, let's see, yes, we have to switch Mo. And looks like we have to switch a couple horses, so let's go to Mo. See if he has a second jockey to ride him. Yeah, Rosario. Let's see if Rosario is here. No, so let's go ahead and get Rosario. And she'll ride Mo. Adam's fine, he's fine. Florent, not fine. So Tawny Port is going to have to see, get another jockey. Tawny, take a look at his sports card. And we had Emmanuel Esquivel with a 0. Fort with a 2. Let's see if we can find a 2 or a 1. Here's Uber. Yeah, he's not in any of the races, so we'll let Uber, Roberto, right, 20. Summer tomorrow, jockey's good. And looks like we're good for everybody else. We'll do a double check. Everything looks fine. Save. We now have both races ready to go. We'll lock it. View the field real quick. Brad talked to 2 horses in the heat race number 2. Take a quick look at the field here. And it doesn't look like to be any trainers with 2 horses here. Alright, so we're all set. Remember, we'll be wagering on the races like we usually do. So, let's go ahead and run the first race. It's 10 furlong, and these Kentucky Derby points are worth the point, mainly to qualify for the Preakness. We may have a schedule a race in between the 2, but if not, we'll use the Kentucky Derby points again to decide who's going to be in the Preakness. So, looks like we're ready to start. Here's our morning line. You can see there's a couple horses that would be considered long shots, but everybody else is pretty even field. So let's go ahead and do the past performances. Take a quick look at these guys. We have a few with quite a bit of money. 100. Yeah, it looks like we have a little glitch. We'll have to check that out, as some of these don't seem to add up correctly. So we'll see what we can do about it before the Preakness. Okay, so next thing to do is go to the betting window. We'll let our auto better and 11 of the 12 wagered. Let's see what they did for this preliminary one. What's the wager? Click on the horse. And 4 bets were on Zandon, couple on Forbidden Kingdom, couple on White Albania, Albanio, Tid the Bomb One, Nostalgic, and Kathleen O. For me, I'm not sure. Huh. This would probably be tough to call. I'm just gonna go with the show, and I think we're gonna do Zandon for 100. Exacting Flanella, man, trifecta would be interesting. Uh, in preliminary, we'll go 1, 6, and 4. We'll go for 50. Okay, buy our ticket, set to go, return. Alright, looks like we've done all our prep work for the race. Let's go and head over to Churchill Downs. All the horses are in the starting gate. Give a few seconds to situate that. And we'll take a quick look at all the horse cards. There's Zandon. He's 88. Classic Causeway, 85. Forbidden Kingdom, 86. White Alvario, 91. Tis the Bomb, 86. New Grange, 88. Nostalgic, 77. Kathleen O, 86. Chip Stational, 73. And finally, Yule Girly, 83. So, that's your lineup and field for the first heat race. Let's go ahead and clear off the cards. Set the video speed. And I think we're about ready to get this race going. Check the stewards. See if everything's set. The starting gate, the okay has been given. And remember, right here we'll tell you the leader after each game turn. So we'll focus on that as we start the race. Right here, Classic Causeway, and then Forbidden Kingdom. We have Euro Girly with Auto Jockey Stand. I'm not sure what to do. So we'll redo them, and we'll see what we can do here. Here's horse 10. She's right there. You get it straight. She has no jockey points. So what are we going to do? We can go outside and have a all around. We got some sideways. Let's just move and see. Let's go outside and just go. You get pretty far away. We'll say that's pretty good. Okay, go back to spectator mode to resume game turn 3. And Classic Causeway is now in front. Forbidden City, Classic Causeway. And Tis the Bomb has a few leftover points. Let's see what we can improve. And Tis the Bomb's 5. Let's do it undo. He's got 14, which means he must have did a really nice under the whip. It cost me 2 points to do outside while we're in the turn. We'll be in the straightaway. At the home stretch, we'll move him outside there. See if we get him in lane 3 and have a clear shot. So, move him until he gets into home stretch. Use 2 sideways moves to get him to 3. And we still have 8 forward. He's going to make a nice run. And now he's not quite in striking distance to win the race, but he's definitely in striking distance to make sure he's one of the top 5. So, go ahead, end his turn. We'll allow the last 2 horses to make their move for game turn 9, and we'll finish up this race. And look at that finish. There's 3 horses all tied. We'll have to get the photo finish out for that. But Nostalgic still has 3 moves left. Nostalgic Court 7 looks like it got blocked on the inside with the auto jockey. Let's see if we can improve that. Do an undo, get him here. Definitely looks like he should have took him to the outside. Kendrick Kamachi looks like put the whip to Nostalgic, so we'll go ahead and slide her outside for 1 and see how far she can go. 2, 1, 0. That may put her in the top 5. That'll be interesting. It will end the turn for her. We still have 2 more horses that could catch up, but they're going to need exceptionally good rolls to do that. So switch back into spectator mode and finish up those 2 moves. And there you have it. Heat race 1. Wager updated. Classic Causeway win. White Alberti is 2nd. New Grange 3rd. Nostalgic 4th. And Tis the Bomb makes the qualifying into the Kentucky Derby. Made the cut. And we see Zandor did not finish. Oh, what happened to Zandor? Let's go through here and see what happened to him. There he is. Oh my god, he fractured his leg out for the season. Oh well, it looks like this is it for Zandor anyway. So hopefully he'll be back next year. Let's take a look at the betting results, see how well. Wow, all those wagers, only 2 came through. Elizabeth, our favorite one, been able to at least predict something quite regularly. Fixed a show horse, picked up a couple dollars again, and Jason Claremont picked up a $200 win. None of my wagers came through at all, so I'm definitely not that happy yet. So let's go to next race. Okay, we'll take a look at the field again. There we go. Let's butcher with his 2 horses. And we'll run the race. So, I was thinking of doing the post position, but they decided not to the first one. We can do the same here, although the more I think about it, I think the qualifying position should have been able to give the horses the better post position, so we're going to just leave it alone. In this race, you see there's a few more horses that would be considered long shots, and then another 4 or 5 horses that have a good shot of getting into the top 5. So let's go ahead and take a look at past performances, see if this does any better. They have announced those. Yes, we're still having some problems with the past performances list, so we'll just leave that. Let's go to the betting window and get the auto bettors. And see what they do. 11 of the 12 again, make wages. Take the list, sort the horses. Let's see, horse 1, that's 3 wagers. Zozo 1, Doppelganger had 2, Mo has 1, Escape 1, and Crown Pride 3. The rest of the horses, none. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do here. Oh, we're gonna go with Crown Pride. Hopefully it gets into the top 3 for 100. We're gonna do something crazy, and we're gonna put Nets and Doppelganger into the Cornella. Why, I don't know. For 100. Okay, I think that's it for my wagering. Buy the ticket. Good to go. And I think we've done all the preliminary stuff. Let's go ahead and head over to Churchill Downs. And the 10 horses are approaching the starting gate. Let's go ahead and view the cards for all the horses before we start. There's Nest, 87. Zozo, 83. Doppelganger, 76. Mo, 87. Great Escape, 66. Crown Pride, 91. Tawny Point, 75. Summer Tomorrows, 87. Life is Great, 68. Rallo Roll, 68. So, that's the field for Heat Race 2. And let's go ahead and clear that off. And get our speed rating corrected. Spectator mode. See if it's Rack Stewart and giving us the okay. Everybody's set in the starting gate. So let's get Heat Race 2 started. And they're off. So those in front, holding on to first place. We're in the back stretch. Great Escape had a problem with jockey. We need a little help. Great Escape horse 5. Let's back up. Horse 5. He did under the whip there and got a nice roll. Let's just run him and see how far he gets to 3. Unfortunately, well, he has 2 sideways moves, so we can always move out. So we can get here. If he has any forward left, we'll slide him out and see how far he goes. So let's go ahead and do that. So he still has a few left to go outside and use up his 4 extra points. And now he's considered one of the top 5, so that was a good move for him. Let's go ahead and get spectator mode back up for the last 2 horses. Team turn 4 and get back into the race. So Tawny Port with the lead, Mo with the lead, and Zozo needs a little help. In horse 2. Yeah, he needs to back a few, so let's go ahead and see if we can do anything to help him. Looks like he stays in lane 2. You may be able to pass a couple of the horses, so let's just keep him in lane 2. And he's now in the top 5. Good move for him. Couple more horses left to move. Resume spectator mode. And looks like we have unofficially Great Escape, Mo Dugout, Doppelganger, and Crown Pride. Let's see if the official tally is correct. And then we have a 10 furlong record set. wagers updated. Let's take a look at the final official standings. Great Escape wins. Mo second. Mo Dungal second. Doppelganger third. Crown Prince fourth. Nets fifth. All the other horses did not qualify for the Kentucky Derby. Take a look at the betting results. Again, just the same as the first seat. Not very many bettors were very lucky at all, although Harn, really, look at that, $19,000. He bet on Great Escape to place. Look at that, to win $1,000. Whoa. And not very many people wagered on Great Escape either at the trot. Huh. That's very interesting. George also came out with nice winning, but he did wager quite a few. So, next out of that. We now have horses here that qualify for the second round, or what we would now call the Kentucky Derby Finals. And as you also see, we can run the Kentucky Oaks. Let's go ahead and fill out the Kentucky Derby Finals to see which fillies made it to the finals, and then we'll put all the other fillies in the Kentucky Oaks. So let's go back and pick out the top 5 in the heat races. Okay, we got Classic, Causeway, with Pirate Ortiz. This will keep the same jockeys if that's good. We got White Benio, Tyler Jockey. We have New Grange. John Valentez. Nostalgic. And Camacho, Kendrick. And fifth, and 10th the ball. With Hernandez. Okay, I think for this one we'll get to the put all 10 horses in, and we'll do the random post positions. And then you see here all the horses did very well at 2:03 at their times. Let's go over to the second heat race. And you can see the top 5 were all about the same too, with Great Escape having a fantastic run. So we got Great Escape, and Mo, Dunyo, Doppelganger, Crown Pride, and this. Okay, Great Escape will have Adam. Mo has Joel. Doppelganger has Clayman. Crown Pride has Damien. And Damien came across the pond too, along with Crown Pride. And we have Pirate Ortiz. Take a quick look at this. It's just Pirate Ortiz is the only one that rode a top 5 in both races, so we'll have to make a decision there. I would say that Ness was 5th. She'll have to get another horse, another jockey. So, okay, we have those. Let's go back to the next week. Let's add the field for the Kentucky Derby. Okay, let's see. Have Classic, Causeway. First and then, and Great Escape was first in the second one, so we'll put him second. Look at that, 66. That's just amazing. That Great Escape able to win a preliminary race. Okay, second in Heat 1 was like a video. Second in Heat 2 was Mo Dungirl. Mo Dungirl. Let's see here, we're going to have to pull Ira, and we had Joe Rosario riding Mo in the last race, so let's get Rosario back on this horse. Okay, third we had in the first heat was New Grange. Third in Heat 2 was Doppelganger. Fourth was Nostalgic in the first heat race. Crown Prince was fourth in the second heat race. Sorry, Crown Pride. And Nostalgic again has a problem with Ortiz, so let's go back to Nostalgic and see who's in the right. Nostalgic. Oh, Nostalgic has Camacho, so let's get Camacho back onto Nostalgic again. Kendrick Camachi. Okay, so Crown Pride, and the finish up the field. Fifth was Tis the Bomb, in Heat Race 1, and that's fifth in Heat Race 2. There we go. And it's amazing that Great Escape was able to overcome such tremendous odds to get into the finals of the Kentucky Derby. So, we see Ness with Ortiz. Ness had Ortiz too, so Ness is going to have to get another jockey also. Ortiz was the only one that rode her in real life. We have our other 5, 2, 4, so you'll find the 3 somewhere. And there's Trevor McCartney. Tyler, he's already in the race. Dylan Davis. Hey, I think Dylan's gonna get the call. Okay, I think we have different jockeys for all the horses. Let's see if that's true. Yep. And the field is now safe for the Kentucky Derby. Now, you take a quick look and you see that Ness and Nostalgic are the fillies. So we have 2 fillies out of our 8 qualify for the Kentucky Derby. Let's go ahead and go back to this, and we'll pick up the other 6 fillies and put them in, and we'll do the same thing. We'll randomize the post position. So Desert Dawn, Echo Zulu, Kathleen O, Nest and Nostalgic, qualify for the Derby, Secret Oath, Venting Valentine, and Euro Girly will all race here. All different jockeys, so we have 6 horses in our version of the Kentucky Oaks. save the field. It's all set to go. X out. And now we're set to run. We'll lock both of the fields in place. Take a quick look at the oats. There's the trainer. And of course the post positions will change when we start the race. And I think we're ready to go. So let's get the race underway. And since the Kentucky Oaks does have, let's go back and take a look at that. I'll go back. And you see the Kentucky Oaks will give the winner 150, then 60, 30, and 15 Kentucky Derby points, and those will be used to see if any of the fillies qualify for the Freakman, along with a couple fillies that are entered in the Kentucky Derby. So that's of interest too for the Kentucky Oak. Let's go ahead and run the schedule. See if past performances are working a little better for these guys. Doesn't look like it. Still need to do a little research on that. A lot of them work out real good. 4 races, 3 races. This one here has 4 races, but 1 didn't show. 3 races here. And 2 races there. So most of the ones looks like reported correctly. This down will go to the betting window, get some auto better wagers in. 10 of the 12 wagers on this race. Take a look. There's a Dawn. There's a few Ekazula 1. 3 for Kathleen O. And 1 for each of the final ones. So done with that. We'll go ahead and make our wager. We have not done well in the preliminaries heat races for the Kentucky Derby. What we want to do here? We're going to do a Cornella and Kathleen and Secret Oath. We'll go 200. And let's take a flyer on Bettina. Put her the show for 100. So if we do win some money, win this one, it'll be a little bit of change. You see it's a very even race. Buy our tickets, so let's go ahead and get back to the racetrack and start this race. Okay. Let's go ahead and review the horses while they're getting the horses in the starting gate. Desert Dawn, 82. Echo Zulu, 82. Kathleen O, 86. Secret Oath, 86. Bettina Valentine, 86, 76. And You Girly, 86. And again, we decided not to do the post positions. We let them go. So that's what we're going to do. And I think we're just about set. Change this. And we'll check the steward. See if he's set. Looks like all the horses are ready to go, and they're off. Valentino Valentine, Secret Oath, got stuck. Back her up. We're going to go just straight. We're not even going to try to do anything fancy. And her turn. Spectator goes back up and get for You Girly out of the way. And then we go to Valentina. And looks like we actually got a winner. Hooray! And Teen Valentine wins the Kentucky Oaks. And Teen Valentine. Wow. Kathleen second, Uragoli third, Echo Zulu fourth. Desert Dawn and Secret Oak. Let's see the results. There we go. We actually won the money this time. In fact, quite a few. Elizabeth came through, and George and Lionel both picked up $1,000 tickets. Okay, that ends the Kentucky Oaks. Excellent race there. Let's go and finish up the Derby. Take a quick look at the field. Look at that, Bob Buffett has two horses in. New Grange and Doppelganger. Todd Pelcher has two. And New Grange and Nuff. A couple fillies, Nostalgic, and that's the either one of them are able to just finish in the money. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Okay, let's run the next scheduled race. Kentucky Derby. I think we can see the past performance are working okay for this one. Seems like most of them are working fine. Looks like one of the races there didn't pick up. 3. Nuts. 5 races. You know, you take a quick look, most of them look pretty accurate. Oh, let's go ahead and get some wagering in place, and then we'll get the race started. First, we'll do our auto feathers, 11 and 12 again. Probably that Dean Martin is not making any wagers. He's not sure where anyone there is, I guess. What's the wagers? Take a look and see how they wager on horses. There's one for Classic Causeway, one for Great Escape, 3 on White Albedeo, 2 on Mo Dojo, 2 on New Grange, 1 on Doppelganger, and 1 on Crown Pride. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and see what I can do here. We're back up to $10,000. Odds are pretty close for quite a few of the horses. Great Escape, look at that. Somebody wagered on him too. He comes in, again, that'll be just plain amazing. I think we're gonna go with White Albedeo for third for 100. Now, you can also wager another show bet by just buying the ticket, clear the ticket, and start and create another ticket. You have to just have one wager on a particular type of wager. And we're gonna go way on the limb with the Superfecta. Why not? It's the Kentucky Derby. Let's go with New Grange. White Albedeo. Mo Gun Girl. And Crown Pride. We'll bet $100 on that. Of course, we're probably never going to come anywhere near close, but who cares? Okay, that's it. Betting window. Looks like all the preliminary things are done. And again, we're going to just leave the post positions alone because those are the way they actually qualified. They should probably get the better post position. And again, their eyes are on Great Escape to see if he can escape with a Kentucky Derby win. Amazing. Okay, there we go. He did probably have his best race of a lifetime. Let's see if he can duplicate it. We'll go through the horses real quick. While they're lining up at the starting gate, there's Classic Causeway, 85, Great Escape, 66. Look at that card. It's amazing that he was able to do that. Of course, he has his under the whip on 7, which means he could get into that column 2 quite often. At least once or twice every race, besides the ability of the jockey to pull them in 2. Okay, so Moldugo's 87, New Green 86, Doppelganger 76, Nostalgic 77, Crown Pride 91, Tisbomb 86, and Nest 87. Okay. You can see that we have quite a few horses that have cracked the $1 million mark. We're very close. Great Escape, White Albalio, Moldugo, and Doppelganger. So there's your field for the Kentucky Derby. Another thing I'm going to take a quick look at, well, if we got Horse 2 Great Escapes cars individually, and owner Windstar and trainer Roloff Brisket must be very, very happy with Great Escape. He is definitely the highlight of our experience here running the Road to the Kentucky Derby pre-play. Alright, everything's set. Let's get the speed regulator to 7. And check the track steward. See if we're all set. All the horses are set in the starting gate. And remember to check right here for the leaders after each game turn. And we're off. Early leader, Classic Causeway. Classic Causeway. Doppelganger takes the lead. And it's Doppelganger. And hold up here, Mo. That girl ran into an issue. It's Mo behind this string of horses here. Let's see if we can improve them. It's already in the inside lane, and it costs him quite a bit to move outside. Let's see how many points he had left over. He has 4. He'll get 3 back because of the drafting cover-up rule. We gotta use, he has jockey points. He could move up and see if he can get through 9. So let's try that. We're gonna go through here. We'll not get in lane 2 until we pass the dark space. Then we're gonna do a forward, well, let's do a jockey move. He has so many. We can click 1 jockey point for 1 sideways and keep our forward movement. Now he's able to slide outside 1. And then there's still more jockey points and probably at least another forward movement to do slip. So let's see. There, we'll try to slip. Who is the jockey? Joe Rosario. Let's see if Joe can slip through. He does. And Mo still has a few more forwards, so now he's definitely in the running for the victory. End his turn. Let's resume. We have a couple in the back, nostalgic and And look at Great Escape. He goes from one to last. It's amazing. He had an amazing run. Doesn't look like he's going to do much in this race. We'll resume spectator mode. And here we go. Classic Causeways. Looks like Doppelgangers in front. Crown Prince looks like the second, but we do have White Up Pioneer. He's at 3. Horse 3. He goes outside. He may be able to do some damage. So let's go ahead and see what would happen. Has one outside move. So let's get him here. Yeah, it's 4 forward left. He can slide outside 1. Not going to do him a whole lot, but he's still blocked. So we're going to have to look through the jockey point. Yeah. Give him one more sideways, move him out, and he has 3. 1, 2, 3. White Up Pioneer could have won the race here. Very interesting. Still have a few horses back here that can do the same thing. Let's go back into spectator mode. No, why not? We're gonna move them manually. Mo Duggan has 1 under the whip left. Let's go ahead and use it. Yes. And he ended up with a 14. Oh. That's 2 sideways, so he can slide all the way out to this lane and run 14 as Mo Ketchum. 2, 1, 0. Oh, we might have came in second or third. And him, let's go with New Grange, where he has under the whip. He'll give it a shot. He gets only 11 out of the deal. And he probably isn't going to catch up to anybody. Nope. He ends his turn way behind the pack. Next is Nest. No under the whip left, so we have to do a regular roll. Well, he activated his under the whip column by rolling his 0. So let's do OK. And he gets 14. That could give her. Here we can take a look. See, we must have rolled a 4, activated the 6, got 24. Turns out to be 14 because she is extremely good on the last couple turns in the stretch. She's a go-getter. So let's see if we can. Now she can't cut in front of Tis the Bomb, so we have to move at least 1 straight to move out. I'm not going to move out the second one yet. Let's see what we do if we have plenty of jockey if we can do the squeeze. So let's see where that ends up. 3, 2, 1. Done. In the top 5. And that's Tis the Bomb. And I think Tis the Bomb was a bomb. Rolls 10. Just let him go. And his turn. Nostalgic. Roll. That's too bad. We could have used under the whip, but it probably would not have helped her at all. She's just too far back. Great Escape. Let's see, re-roll 20-some thousand. Just 10. Great Escape. After a fantastic run, comes in last place in the Kentucky Derby. End their turn. Finish. Always up there. Let's see what the final standings are. White Up Pioneer wins the race over Doppelganger. Next, Mo Duggan, Crown Prince, and us. Wow. Let's take a look at the betting results. And we had quite a few winners this time. Even I was able to win a little bit of money. But look at Bruce McClure. Place horse 6. Horse 6 was Doppelganger. hit it on the nose, got himself a nice $13,000. Okay. And take a quick look at the superfecta. Would have brought $25,000 if I could have hit it. Of course I didn't. So that looks like we're going to wrap it up here at Churchill Downs. And again, we'll now move on to the Preakness. We'll back up a second, take a quick look at the Kentucky Derby finals again. Again, it's what Burial, Doppelganger, Low, Dungal, Crown Prince, Death, Classic Causeway, New Grain, Tint the Bomb, Nostalgic, and The Great Escape. Okay. One final thing we'd like to do, is we can take a look at the auto bettors and bettors and see how well we did throughout the season. Bruce Willard still leads with 56, George 54, Harn 27, and so forth. I ended up with 10,000. So not too bad. There's Elizabeth. Look at Elizabeth. 23 of 29. She's an excellent better, but she's a little old lady that doesn't have a whole lot of money and only managed to win a little over $1,000, but still, she was a pretty hot lady. Okay, that's that. Let's exit out of here. We'll do one final thing. We'll refresh the top 25, give us an idea of who's going to be entered in our Preakness. It looks like Great Escape may be able to run again. Wouldn't that be interesting? Looks like he's to be entered in the Preakness. We're not sure exactly how many. We can run all 20 if we'd like. Maybe I'll get a randomizer and decide how many horses are going to be in the Preakness. And you see some horses that ran. There's Nest, there's White Aurelio, the one in the Preakness, Kathleen O. There's the bomb if we have to cut off over 10. Here's the top 10. They're definitely all going to be in the race. It's just a wonder how many after that if we want to split up into 2 heat races. But we'll decide that later. Let's go ahead and finish up here. I guess this is Gary from TRG Central signing off until the Preakness. Bye-bye.